Hi, I'm Jessica Reese, author of The Permission, How to Give It, Take It, or Not Need It at All. The Permission is a collection of short stories and experiences of my life in which I gave myself permission to shine, to be, to do, and to have all the things that I want for my life. And I hope that the reader of The Permission is inspired to do the exact same. All right. Hello, Dr. Cheryl Polote-Williamson. How are you?
I am doing very, very well. How are you?
I am wonderful. First of all, let me say thank you. Thank you so much for taking some time to speak with me. As I was getting ready to find a couple of women that I wanted to speak with, your name was definitely at the top of the list. So I'm so happy I was able to get some of your time today. And
absolutely, it's my pleasure.
Well, let me first start off by saying I would be here for the next 3 or 4 hours if I had to read your bio to everybody that I'm sharing this with. So what I would like, I mean, you are an amazing woman. You've done so much, definitely an inspiration. But I find that sometimes when you let people introduce themselves, you touch on the things that are important to you, that you want to make sure that people know about you. So can we take just a moment for you to kind of tell my followers a little bit about you?
Absolutely. First of all, I'm a daughter of the Most High God. That's the most important thing to me.
Amen.
I am an award-winning filmmaker, an 18-time best-selling author, a success coach and transformational speaker, as well as editor-in-chief of Cheryl magazine. And I love seeing women win. That's what I do. I help women win. I help create tables and then bring people to the table and help them create opportunities to bring other people to the table.
I love
that's
it. Me. You said that's a whole lot of you, but that's amazing. Well, the reason we're having this conversation is because I've written a book. This is my first book as I'm starting on the journey. And it's entitled The Permission, How to Give It, Take It, or Not Need It at All. A little bit about my background. I've been a hairstylist for over a decade. And you know, the time that you spend with your hairstylist is a very sometimes intimate, private time in which you have conversations, you share things that you probably may never shared with anybody. And during that time, I've spoken to so many women. They've shared things about their aspirations, their goals, the things that they want to do, the things that they wish they could do, that they think that they can't. And just stepping back and looking at it, it's like, you know, it's easy to see the forest for the trees when you're on the outside of it. So I'm listening to their stories. I'm like, oh my God, if she just literally just gave herself permission to do this, you know, to evolve, to change, to not change, to give herself permission to change her mind, to whatever it is, it just comes down sometimes to them making a simple decision. And through, like I said, all of the time that I've spent with so many women, that's what motivated me to write this book. So can you tell me a time or in your life, what has motivated you, or how you have given yourself permission to shine so brightly?
For me, my story might be a little bit different because I grew up with parents who let me see at a very early age that I could be anything or have anything that I wanted. So I grew up knowing that I didn't need permission from people, places, and things that are not even tied to my destiny in order to be who I was purposed to be. I've always been bold. I've always been unapologetic. I've always operated my best to do things with intention. And so fortunately, I've not really encountered seeking permission from people. I will say this, the thing that I did encounter at one point is not feeling like my gifts matter. I felt like, you know, the world really doesn't need this. And I kind of dumbed down a little bit from doing what I knew I was purposed to do. Not that I needed permission from people, but I realized it was me holding me back.
You had to give yourself permission.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because I know sometimes when you're really, really bold, I kind of pull myself back a little bit because I felt like, okay, I'm going too fast with this. But then I realized I was going at the pace that I was supposed to be going at for that time.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm sure you have come across so many people. You cross paths with a lot of women. Why do you
Yes.
think it's important for women to give themselves permission, as you stated, for yourself, to give themselves permission to go, to start, to do? Why do you see that as important?
I think it's important because we don't want to get to the end of this life and look back and feel like, I wish I could, I should have went ahead and started the business. I should have had the baby. I should have married the man.
Yeah.
We don't want to look back, because once we realize that that last breath is coming, it's too late at that point. And so we want to make sure that each and every day that we are doing something towards that goal that we seek to attain.
Yeah.
And that's what I push women to do. Just do it. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the prettiest. You don't have to be the best writer. All you have to do, just like we're doing right now, I will tell you, Jessica, most times I just show up. I show up and get blessed. I show up and get the deal. I show up and get the opportunity. And that's what we as women have to do for ourselves. Just show up.
That's
just
so hard sometimes, just to show up is hard. That first step sometimes is the hardest step, because like you said, once you show up, things happen. But you have to show up. That is sometimes the hardest part of it.
And that's where you have to let your mindset and your words become your superpower.
So
you write down, I show up for me. I receive preferential treatment. I receive God-inspired ideas that produce millions of dollars. See, that I'll tell you the key to owning your power is realizing that your mindset, and I know I just said it, but I want to drive this home.
Come on.
My mindset is my superpower. I don't need people to buy in to what it is that I'm doing, because when my mind tells me to go, I have the Noah effect. I don't stop bringing the animals in and the food and the barley to explain to the people on the shore why I'm building this ark. Right. I just keep doing it. So for the women who are out there that's going to listen to your interview, I want to just let them know, show up, share your gifts and your talents, because this I know, we each have a gift and a talent to deliver to the world that only we can give. So when I hear people say, oh, everybody is writing books, oh, everybody is speaking, everybody is not me. Nobody can beat me at being me. So is needed. Your book is needed. Your talents are needed. And see, when we adopt that type of attitude in business, in life, we can win. We can win, because whatever is supposed to come to us, this I'll tell you, it will come to us. You don't have to prey on other people to get what is coming to you. We should P-R-A-Y for people, not P-R-E-Y.
Yes, I love that. Woo, you coming with it today now. Okay. That is the truth. So I know that you have your soul movement. Tell me a little bit about your soul movement.
The soul movement started because a few years ago, I went through a situation with a woman that I really, really trusted, that betrayed me seriously. I mean, in business, in life, in everything. And so it hurt me. It hurt me to my soul. It gutted me. And so I went to a place where I just did a lot of praying. And I said, Lord, what do you want me to do with this? And he said, I don't want you to turn against women. He said, I want you to find out what broke her soul so badly that it was acceptable to do this to you. And then recognizing that if you do this, you'll be able to help other women. So I examined that. And I started looking and I said, you know what? Somebody had to do something to her really horrible as a child to make her think that this was acceptable to do to me and my family.
Right.
And so when I realized how I felt this way in my soul, I said, Lord, show me what it is that you want me to do. And I just started reaching out to other women, sharing this story of how we can renew our souls. And so the first book I did was called Soul Talk. Mm-hmm. Then the next book, it was Soul Bearer, because I realized that men needed help too. And so the Lord said, I gave this to you. And so he said, I want you to do a conference and a nonprofit. And I said, well, what do you want me to call it? And he said, what did I do for you? And I said, you renewed my soul. So my nonprofit is called Soul Reborn. One of my books is called Soul Reborn. Most of my books are called Soul Something. I did a play called titled Soul Purpose. And the reason I did it is because I just wanted people to know and experience that renewing of the soul. So I'm on fire to help people renew that spirit that they may have lost from either a childhood trauma or a current trauma, and let them know that when you truly, truly let God in and he penetrates your soul, you become different. And so that's what the soul movement is about for me. It's about helping people renew their soul, mind, body, and spirit. And so I love it because I can see the fruit of it in people's writing and their businesses and how they love on other people and what they do to help other people. It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful movement.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true. You know, like you were saying, what inspired you to do it? A lot of times when we go through things, it's not about us. You know, our lives are not about us. It's about us going through it so we can help somebody behind us go through it that may not have been equipped like we were to equip to go through it. So that is definitely the truth. Is there anything that you want to share with my listeners, with the people that follow me? You're an amazing woman. I just want to sit here, just listen, sit at your feet and be like, okay, I'm listening, just take it in, taking notes. Is there anything that's been placed on your heart that you want to share?
Sure. I would like to share with your listeners to stop talking about it and be about it. Stop getting ready and move. That's just it. We don't have a lot of time here. We don't. Yeah. And so I often hear people say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I have to tell you, Jessica, when we say that, that's a sign of arrogance. We don't even know if we're going to be here tomorrow. Ooh,
that's good. Yes.
That's arrogant. When you say, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow.
You're assuming that the universe owes you to be here tomorrow.
Absolutely. So I want to encourage people to do it now. Do it afraid. Do it not having all the answers, because the bottom line is, if you wait until you receive 100% of the information, it's already changed. It's like going to medical school. By the time you get out of medical school and your residency, what you learned in medical school, that laparoscopic procedure, is already changed. That's why they call it practicing medicine. So we have to realize that we have to move. We have to move. Be a risk taker. Be a risk taker. I love this saying, scared money don't make money.
It don't make money.
Scared money does not make money. And that's what I want people to know. Just move. Do that thing that you know that you are called to do. That thing that keeps you up at night. That's the thing that you're supposed to be doing.
I love it. That's right in line with what I'm always telling people. You know, I'm known for saying, do it anyway. You know, change at the end of your excuse, change that period to a comma and say, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Absolutely.
That is so true. That's very timely, and I appreciate it. I sure hope and pray that this is not the last time we speak, because you have a lot to share, and I'm blessed by you again taking some time with this evening to speak with me. How can my followers keep up with you and connect? Some of them connect with you.
Certainly. They can follow me on Instagram at Cheryl PW Speaks. They can also follow my magazine at Cheryl _mag official. And for anybody who will be in Cannes, France, my film was actually picked up by the Cannes Film Festival. And so I'll be in France. I'm very excited. Be in France on March 25th. And my magazine is actually sponsoring the screening for my movie. So if anybody is there, you're definitely invited to join us in Cannes, France for the screening of The Invitation.
Wonderful. Well, again, thank you so much for the time. I will make sure once the books are here, because right now we're in pre-order, that you will get your copy
Thank you.
of the question, how to give it, take it, or not need it at all. Again, I appreciate you taking time this evening, and I hope this is not the last time we speak.
Thank you very much for having me. Take care.
All right. Have a good evening.
Okay, bye-bye.
On May 14th, I'll be having the release, book signing, and celebration of my book, The Permission, here in Columbia, South Carolina at 701 Whaley at the pool. I hope and pray that you're able to come out and celebrate with us, but if not, feel free to order your book at jessicamreese.com. Again, permission has been granted.